What's up, guys? So I'm shooting a few videos today, trying to get caught back up to where I'm at now. I just shot a video and just posted a video about day 3 of orientation, which was the last and final day of orientation. Now I want to talk about, sorry, it's a weird noise, I guess it's the road. The training, driver training. If you have no crude oil experience, Bridger will train you as long as you have 2 years of trucking experience and 1 year of tanker experience. So if you've got no crude oil experience, Bridger will train you for crude oil. Going through orientation, the testing of the oil, trying to find the gravitation or gravity of the oil, trying to find the temperature and the BS and W percentages, trying to find all that through training was kind of overwhelming. Or when they taught you in training, you really didn't get the full grasp. It sounded like it was really hard. I mean, we're using a centrifuge and testing and using using a hydrothermometer, and it just sounds very overwhelming when you're in orientation. When I got out here, I realized that it wasn't that hard at all. You just follow your same steps every time. It's really not tough at all, but you've got to make sure that you follow your same steps. A lot of people, I guess, don't follow their steps all the way through, and that's when things happen, or accidents happen, and spills happen. So it's very important that you get a routine, or at least what I've learned so far, because I'm not an expert. But it's very important that you get a routine down and you follow your routine, and you stay to your routine every time you do this, every time you hook up the take oil, every time you unhook, every time you offload your oil at a LAC or at a drop station. You just stay to your routine. My trainer was cool. He's been with Bridger for 2 years. Got along with him well. He understood. He took time to I don't know how to fix that. Oh, there you go. Took time to explain things to me. He took time to help me understand things that I wasn't understanding. It's really a fairly easy job. It seems overwhelming, and you think about crude oil, and you're like, oh God, it's hazmat, it's overwhelming. But it's really not. It's really simple. As stupid as that sounds, if you can drive a truck over the road, or especially like if you're a flatbed driver, a lot of you guys may be flatbed drivers because you followed me when I was at Melton. If you can drive a truck and be a flatbed driver, you can definitely haul crude oil. It doesn't take anything. You have to drive a little safer, you have to move a little slower. You can't take your corners as fast, you can't brake as hard. But besides that, that's all it is. It's not tough at all. Training was either 15 loads or 5 days. I was able to get done in like 2.5 days. Actually, I trained for 2 days. And then today, I'm about to go get my truck. It's Monday, May 7th or so. I'm about to get my truck, and what I'll do is I'll go to Odessa to get my truck, and then I'll do, with the supervisor, I'll go do a load with him. God, sorry, that rattling drives me crazy too. It's our barbecue grill in our fridge that we got back there. I'll go to Odessa, and I'll do my last load with my supervisor. That way he can verify that I know everything that I've been taught, and I'm holding everything and retaining all the information. And then he'll sign off on me, and I'm good to go make my loads. The run that me and Chris are going to be doing is in Orla, Texas. We haven't decided if we're going to run nights or days. But if we do run days, we can get about 5 loads in, which means we're going to be about $750, $800 a day. Hopefully, if everything goes right. We're going to be parked out there, so hopefully we can even squeeze in an extra load. Time management, and we'll talk about time management later on. That's always been one of my strong points, is how to manage my time and how to do everything with the e-logs. E-logs have never been a problem with me. Some people hate e-logs, but I've always just I think the way you can be successful on e-logs is just manage your time well. You know, you don't need to be making a 45-minute pre-trip when you can make a 15-minute pre-trip and post-trip. You just have to manage your time. Make sure you go off duty when you don't need to be on duty. A lot of people stay on duty, and they don't go off duty when they don't need to be on duty. So it's just stuff like that. We trained in Pecos, Texas. That's actually Pecos, but evidently everybody calls it Pecos. There's not much here. It is a very wonderful, miserably dry desert paradise. And there's really nothing here. The Walmart's like a old school Walmart, like the only open during the day Walmart. It actually is only open during the day, that they converted into a half super Walmart. So it's got some frozen foods like milk and eggs and bread and like junk food, but it doesn't have any fresh food. It doesn't have any fresh meat, anything like that. So that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. What else we got? There's a La Tienda supermarket here. It's pretty good. As you know, I'm with a Mexican woman, so I'm used to places like that. But I thought that it would maybe have like Mexican meats and stuff like that, but it really doesn't. It's more of like a Albertsons or United Supermarket or a HEB or a Reese's or a regular grocery store. It's not really a Mexican grocery store, which was cool, but it was kind of sad to me because I really was excited to get some Mexican meat and grill it out, let Chris explore his taste buds. Me and Chris are on a goal to lose 30 pounds in 30 days, which will overall be better for our health, and it's probably something that we need. Being over the road for a little bit, it really helped me gain some weight, and it's really not the over the road's fault. It's really my fault. You know, I could have been eating better, but I didn't, and that's where like high blood pressure and stuff like that comes into hand. But luckily I'm not on high blood pressure medicine or anything. Sorry, I had to back into a parking spot. And that's really all of training. You know, that's what it is. I think we ran Orla, and then we did a couple wells out of Pecos. And you'd be surprised. It's a super simple job. It's probably one of the easiest jobs that you'll ever have. It's by far easier. The job itself is easier than any job that I've done since I've been trucking. But it's harder because I'm away from home, and it's hot, and it's miserable, and it just sucks. The heat and stuff. The job is easy. So that's that. That's training. I already did orientation day 3 video. Give me some comments or something if anybody's watching. I'm seeing a little bit of viewers. I'll keep doing this for a few weeks, and if we can get some viewership, I'll continue. If not, we'll figure out then. I think Mara was going to do some videos for spouses, and then Tracy, as you can see in the other videos on Road Life, the very original, I think he's going to do some videos about what he's doing now. He's driving flatbed still, doing his thing, taking care of his woman, and he's just doing what he has to do to make sure his family's good. I don't think any of us that were on Road Life originally are with Melton anymore. At no fault of Melton, it's just we all made different moves that we needed different things. We wanted home time or different money, or actually my money was really good at Melton. The only reason I left Melton was because I didn't want to be out for 2 weeks at a time. If I could have trained in orientation there, or if I could have been a local driver or done something like that, I would have definitely stayed at Melton forever. Like, to this day, Melton's my favorite company, and I've worked at a couple since Melton, and to this day, they're my favorite company. Maybe I'll talk a little about LTL. I drove LTL before this. I did that for a year. And maybe I'll talk a little bit about that later. That's a hard thing to get into because there's so many different variables on different routes, and if you have line haul, or if you're a city P&D driver, or what city you're in, or a big city. I don't know what it's like in a big city. I did Tulsa. I did Fort Smith, Arkansas for a while. I did Tulsa and Broken Arrow and stuff like that. And Tulsa's kind of a big city, but it's no Atlanta or Nashville or Dallas, so I couldn't relate with you on any of that. But maybe I could. Maybe we'll talk about that. But for now, I'm going to get off here because I've got stuff to do and you're getting in my way. So, adios from Pecos, Texas. I'm out of here.